welcome to a special teen edition of Random Book Talk. Today we're chatting to Lauren Kate, the best-selling author of the Fallen book series. Hi Lauren, how are you doing?
Great, thank you for having me.
Are you enjoying your time in Sydney?
I'm moving to Sydney. I love it here. I've been having a great tour.
That's what we want to hear. So you had the Sword and Cross prom the other night here. What was that like?
10 times better than my real high school prom, though I did get stood up. No, it was wonderful. The fans who came out dressed up so beautifully, and it was a great range of costumes. The music was incredible. Bridezilla played a really good set.
Yeah.
And it was by far the coolest book signing event I've ever done.
Oh, that's good to hear. And so what is it like meeting your fans in person, especially when they're from a different country?
It's wonderful. Having social media to connect you with your fans from a very early, right when Fallen came out, I was already getting messages from people in Australia and really all over the world. And so you do feel like you have a certain relationship with people who can be very far away from you while you're writing, while you're working, but nothing compares to face-to-face interaction, getting to shake hands with people over here, and the Australian readers have just been so magnificently sweet.
Oh, that's great. And I guess because you do have a lot of international readers and you do get to meet a lot of them, have your readers taught you anything about different cultures?
Definitely. Well, first of all, they ask a lot of really great questions that sometimes things I haven't even thought about concerning the characters and motivations and different issues raised by the series, and I always go home with a few burning questions, either in my notebook or jotted into my cell phone or something that I then have to reckon with and work into the series in some way. But I think writing about Fallen Angel is something that has both religious and romantic undertones to it, has been very different across different cultures. In Italy, they embrace everything about it. In places like the Netherlands, they've been quite vocal about how secular they are, but they still can get into the book. So it's a fascinating kind of cross-section of the world that I get to talk to.
Oh, wow. And speaking of culture, I'm going to ask you a quick question about Australian culture. Now, you've tweeted that you love Tim Tams and caramella koalas.
That's right.
Is there anything else about Australian culture that you're finding you're really enjoying?
I think that the people have kind of figured out the way to live the good life. I don't know. There's a relaxed candor that people here have. I think your food is incredible. I think your weather is just beautiful. I don't know. You guys know what you're doing over here.
Awesome. And I guess, what is the coolest thing that a reader could do for you besides obviously reading the books?
I find it particularly flattering when girls tell me I am loose, when they say something that they relate to the character on such an intense level, because there are many moments when I feel quite at a distance actually from loose, and I think all you want as a writer is for your characters to be real and accessible and alive. And so when I hear that from readers, and I hear that from all different kinds of readers, it really makes me feel like the books are doing what they want to do.
Oh, excellent. And so I guess, who were some of your favorite authors as a teenager?
An original favorite of mine is F. Scott Fitzgerald. I think the writer I was reading when I decided that I wanted to be a writer was Don DeLillo.
Okay.
I loved Lois Lowry, Judy Blume when I was younger.
Yeah.
I still love them. Recently I've been amazed by Philip Pullman and Suzanne Collins.
Okay, excellent. And so I guess, there are so many paranormal romance books out at the moment. What do you think makes yours stand out? What makes yours different?
I can only really speak for why I'm interested in the books. And I think what drew me to this idea is that it's a love story with cosmic implications, a love story that's big enough that it has the power to change the world. So
the sequels for these books, did they kind of happen organically, or were they a little bit forced because you knew there were so many readers expecting the next, installment?
In a way, it was easier, actually, having met readers and understanding some of their perspectives. It was... Fallen was a really challenging book to write. I was still learning the characters. I was learning about angelology, and I didn't know if anyone was ever going to read it. So the support that I got from the beginning made it very easy to go back to the computer and sit down and write Torment. And Passion was a very challenging book to write, just structurally, because of the time period that it covers and the split narrative. But aside from that, I think in a way the books have gotten a little bit easier. They've begun to write themselves in a sense because the characters have developed their own kind of inertia. And I think that comes largely from the support I've gotten from the readers.
Okay, great. And have there been any personal challenges that you've been able to overcome through writing these books and I guess putting everything up here down on paper?
I think it's been a good exercise for me. I can be a bit more reserved, and I think before I started writing these books, my writing was, I don't know if reserved is the right word, but there were scenes I would have shied away from, scenes I would have tried to gloss over more quickly than I've had to learn how to do. The biggest thing I think I've learned to do in this series is to really stay in a moment, go down deeper and face a harsher reality and really stay longer than feels comfortable sometimes in some of these really intense emotional or romantic or tragic moments. And I think that's been a good thing for me as a writer and as a person.
Okay, great. And so when you do, you know, go about your everyday life and you come up with a great idea all of a sudden, but you're out at the shops, do you have a notebook that you carry with you so you jot it all down and you can remember it? Or?
I do. Well, I have a little moleskin that I carry around, and my cell phone gets a lot of action. In the middle of the night. My husband's the same way. One of us is always sort of awake, typing into the darkness.
And so I have to ask, when it comes to the movie, there's a lot of talk, I guess, on the internet about the series becoming a series of movies, the casting decisions. There's been rumours about Disney possibly being involved. So I guess here's your chance to set the record straight.
Disney is definitely involved. They've optioned the rights. And in the States, when I say that, people cringe sometimes because they think Disney means it's going to be a cartoon or Miley Cyrus is going to be in it or something. The production company that's working on it is called Mayhem. And they're this sophisticated, edgy arm of Disney. So I think they get the tone and the mood, and I think that in my meetings with the producers, they seem to want to stay as true to the books as possible. So I'm really looking forward to it. They're just finishing up the script right now, and then the casting will start. All the rumors of the casting have been sort of hilarious and interesting to watch, but they're all rumors. It's just no casting is set yet.
Right, and do you get a say in who gets cast?
I'm a consultant, so I will be available for some of the decisions, but I'm putting a lot of trust into the casting agents. I think they're going to do a great job.
Oh, how exciting! So one day you might be walking the red carpet of your own film.
That's right. I want to get a cameo in the movie. I don't know what they'll stick me in as, but
oh no, that'd be great. It can be a special feature that you can unlock on a DVD as well. Spot the author.
Where's Waldo?
Okay, so I guess if you could describe the series in 3 words, what would they be?
I would say romantic, faithful, and evolving.
Okay, great description. And I guess what's next in the Laura and Kate saga? What can we expect from you in the near future?
Well, I've just finished the first draft of Rapture, which is the 4th book. It's set to come out about a year from now, a little less than a year from now. And after that, I've got an idea for a brand new series, whole new cast of characters, a whole new world that I'm really looking forward to starting out a fresh new series.
Oh, how exciting. And I mean, I know you gave a lot of readers and audience members the other night a bit of a snippet from Rapture. Is there any other goss you can give us about the book?
I think one of the reasons Rapture is really exciting is because for the first time in the whole series, Luce and Daniel are together in the present tense, their real current lifetimes, and their relationship is soaring. So we get to see a lot of Luce and Daniel one-on-one action, and all the other characters are going to be much more present than they were in Passion, at least. So we'll see Cam, we'll see Arian, we'll see all the favorites.
And so you have over 73,000 fans on the Australian Fallen Facebook page. Obviously, all of them have questions, but we've chosen one from Michaela, who has asked you, if you could set a scene for one of your books in Australia, where would you set it?
Oh, wow. I just went up to the Daintree rainforest, and we were doing kind of a guided nature walk, and there was a moment when I got lost from the group and was just very much alone in this incredibly impressive, towering rainforest moment. And I looked up and I saw like a Tarzan-shaped vine. Maybe that's very common, and Australians are used to seeing things that remarkable, but I had just had an image of Daniel swinging from that vine.
Oh, excellent. Well, thank you for taking the time to chat to us.
Great, it was really fun. Thank you.
And we can't wait to read the next book, Rapture, which will be out in June 2012. If you would like to learn more about the Fallen Book series, head to www.fallenbooks.com.au.